It looks like I've got a 1-drop, a 3-drop that requires a different color of mana in my hand, 4-drop, and a pair of 5-drops. I don't think I can keep this. I'm going to 6. This looks much stronger, and I will keep it. I will top the island to turn on the Void Shatter, and I will let the opponent go. Hopefully the opponent's deck is less blistering fast than round 1 opponents. I'd like to scribble a 2-1 out of this to maintain my entry fee. Red, so far not looking good for the aggressive bid. Alright, I'm going to lead with Swamp. I'll pass. Red and Waste. Maybe I'm okay? Matter Reshaper. Alright, well, I am more okay with my Cultivator Drone trading for that than I am my Essence Depleter. So, we'll put that down. See what the opponent does with their turn. I'm not in tremendous need to block it immediately, especially with the Essence Depleter wreaking some havoc on the opponent. I can only activate once next turn, so I think I keep the Waste in my hand. And I think I will take this, at least this turn. Like I said, gotta keep the Essence Depleter active. Then I can pass. I will likely activate on opponent's turn. It's red, white, splashing, Matter Reshaper at least. So if I take 6, it's like taking 5 and putting the opponent to 19. I go to 13, or go to 12. I think I take it this turn because of all of the spells I can cast next turn as it stands. I can play land, Tar Snare one of the creatures, and Void Shatter something, which is strong. Actually, that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play my Swamp. I'm going to attack with my Essence Depleter since I have little intention of trading it off. Opponent's got something. Immolating Glare. Alrighty. Considering the way the game's going, I think I kind of need to counter that. Opponent's Debilitating, which implies to me they have another removal spell. Alright. Opponent's going to take 2. Essence Depleter's not going to attack. And I'm going to remember that. That seems important. I'm not going to take 6, hopefully. Reality Hemorrhage. Okay, not dead. Opponent's going to double Reality Hemorrhage to kill my Depleter. Alright, looks like they're afraid of it too. I'm going to attack with both creatures. I am going to deny them the card advantage of Matter Reshaper. And I'm going to cast my Benthic Infiltrator while beating in for 2. Opponent's likely out of removal at this point. They've burned 3 spells to kill 1 creature. So I'll play my Wastes. I will go to combat. I will attack for 2. I will play my Benthic Infiltrator, leading up all manner of things, and I will pass. I'm going to avoid F6 into this turn to imply I have a spell. It's the little things that get your opponent to consider things on mid-go. My opponent takes a second to think. It leads me to believe they have something. Alright, well, Cultivator Drone will not be getting aggressive anytime soon. And then Makindi Aeronaut's kind of a problem.
the Strogsman.
Alright, opponents. Yep, they're contemplating the attack. I'm going to block. Let's see what they have. Last card in hand. So far, nothing. Play the creature before combat, so I don't think it's another creature. Yep. And that's a good draw. I'm going to play Kalitas.
Damn it! But he wants that one.
I'm going to hold up.
How did you get here?
Nothing really. But, you know, opponent's taking a second to admire my good fortune. Yeah, it turns off ground attacks. Unfortunately for me, that's still going to... I mean, Kalitas can attack, gain me 3 life, kill the Matter, exile the Matter of Shape, preventing him from getting his card out of the deal, and giving me a zombie token, which is probably good enough. Opponent's tapping too quickly for my tastes. Deceiver of Form. Made an 8/8. Alright, I need something good. Let's see. Reveal card zone. Nail drone. Let's see.
Great taste in reading materials, so we steal them and make him think he's going insane.
See what opponent does. Likely not going to turn all his creatures into nail drones, since, yeah. Though I may have simply to tap them. Obviously can't attack. Alright, so I want to draw a... I want to draw an Oblivion Strike. Ask and I do not receive. However, and they put that on top of their library, which means I can and will likely just gang block the Deceiver of Forms. Do I have enough? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, exactly enough. I'll kill the Deceiver of Forms, remove their 8/8 from the equation, make a zombie, and I'll be left with 2 creatures, which 2 is up to the opponent, against an Idle Drone, a Makindi Aeronaut, and a Matter of Shaper. That seems fine if he decides to attack. If he doesn't, then nothing I can do. See what they reveal for starters. Shoulder to shoulder. Alright. I can't make his creatures shoulder to shoulder, so. Just Makindi Aeronaut. Alright, I need to draw something to take care of this Deceiver, or prevent my opponent from killing me. Oblivion Sower's a good draw. Alright, so let's take care, first of all, of opponents.
Wow. For minutes, that was like
Opponents shoulder to shoulder.
that's like 10 foot tall.
Wowzers. I took... This guy has 2 immolating... No, that's the one from before. So, Alpha Protector, Cliffside Lookout, shoulder to shoulder. All lands. I'll take their singular mountain. I will resolve my 5/8. Opponent seems upset about losing their shoulder to shoulder. On the other hand, they weren't going to draw anything sweet with it, so I'm likely just going to take 2 damage.
Ow.
I'd still like to find a way to kill one of the opponent's creatures. It looks like they may have drawn something better. In Isolation Zone, that's not good for me. Let's see what he targets. Kalitas or the 5/8. 5/8 it is.
That's true, that's fine.
Alright. That's fine. Reveals Makindi Patrol. I don't think opponent wants to do that. They've got higher power now than they do before. Alright, so I'd like to draw something. Made all Makindi Patrols. That doesn't seem correct. Unless they merely activating, leaving it on top. Unless, yeah, not attacking. They just wanted to show off. That's fine. Look at this white Makindi Patrol. Matter Shaper. That's kind of cool. I like the way that looks. I'll play an island for the turn. And I'll pass. Both on the top deck, but eventually the opponent's going to do enough damage to me that even with a mass block of the Deceiver Reforms, I'm going to die.
Wow.
He can do patrol. Gives his creatures vigilance. Not what I want to see, but sure.
We're like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. Is my barking annoying you? Oh, if you'd only told me. Well, I will stop.
Let's see. They're moving to combat. Let's see what they flip off their Deceiver Reforms. Needle Spires. Alright. Can't make his creatures Needle Spires, though I'm sure he would actually wish for the 2-1 lifelink. Or for Double Strike, that is. Vigilance would be probably quite strong. Just the Makindi Aeronaut. Understandable. If any other creature dies, I get to start making a monstrous Kalidas. Opponents decided to go all in on this plan. Opponent has no tricks. Leaving the Aeronaut back now. So, trades 2 creatures. I'm left with probably a pair of Cultivator drones against a Reshaper, a Nettle drone, and a Makindi Patrol.
History of masks.
Or I
Chief
do
Stefan, thank you
nothing,
for subscribing.
and I throw this Benthic Infiltrator into the
Chief
boss.
Stephen, depending on how you choose to pronounce it.
I think
And also Chef, depending on how you choose to pronounce
I'm going to.
Well, I got that all
I've
wrong.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands of my 17. So there's 7 lands left. I have a less than 1/3 chance to draw land. I'm getting a spell. I've got a lot of answers. I think I block with just a Benthic Infiltrator. I'll chump once. This does leave me in a spot of trouble if I can't capitalize. But I need something. Oblivion Strike. Okay, I got to my O Strike. Alright, so I'm still taking 2 a turn. It's not a great position. However, I'm taking care of his 8/8. I got what I needed. Now they're drawing the Needle Spires, which means they're on a tap, so they won't have that as an attacker this turn. Which means I'm going to get hit by 1 creature in the air, go to 4, they can have me an effective 3. Didn't play the Needle Spires for some reason. I drew a Swamp. That's really not what I wanted. I really can't afford to block, so I need to hope I draw a Grasp of Darkness to kill the Nettle Drone. Or actually, probably the Makindi Aeronaut, actually. If I can draw something that kills, not exiles a creature, I can... Tarsnare would be good here too, actually, if I could recur it with a Reclaimer. No, I wish I... Opponent has multiple cards in exile. So, if I can draw an Ulamog's Reclaimer, that would also be strong. Deathless Behemoth isn't going to do it, so I'm instead going to have to go to combat. And attack for 3. Opponent's probably feeling very good about that. Let's see what they do. Likely going to take it. It's still. No, they're gonna double block. I don't know if I would do double. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna block like this. I'm gonna do spread damage like so. That's actually what I want since it prevents the Matter Shaper from going off. That opponent probably does not know that. I get a zombie. I gain 3 life. Opponent's probably wondering what just happened. I am happily getting my Deathless Behemoth up. And now I get to be the attacker, which is where I'd like to be in this situation. Keeping my opponent back. I'd still like to draw, I would still like to draw an Ulamog's Reclaimer. That would give me back my Oblivion Strike. Seer's Lantern is a fine draw in this scenario. So let's get 2 attacks. Beat it with my Deathless Behemoth. Opponent does not currently have enough power to kill it. jumping. Alright. I'm going to play a Seer's Lantern. Put me at 1. I'm not dead though, so that's what I need to think about. If they have a colorless spell, I am dead, however. Also, they forgot to activate. Fortunately, I exiled their Seer forms. But they could put perhaps a McKinney Patrol on top. Or, yeah. See what they target. They are targeting the McKinney Patrol. Alright. Let's see if they choose to use it, though. They chose not to. They have a tap swamp. Convenient. Opponent's taking for 1 in the air. I'm gonna have to take it. On my opponent's end step, I'm going to scry 1. Willmox Reclaimer gets me back Oblivion Strike, which takes care of that pesky flyer. So I'm going to top that. That's a second removal spell. What's... what?
The iPad 2 and the new iPad case, is that what he has?
I have no idea. I
Oh,
think
you
he's an
don't?
iPad mini, so no.
No, he doesn't have many.
I guess the new iPad. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it. Attack opponent for 6. See what the opponent does. See if they're willing to take 6. They are taking 6. Alright. So I have no way to gain life, correct? Alright, so if I kill this, which I can do, 1. Opponent is going to be obligated to block next turn the Nettle Drone. So they can put me to 1. So let's see, I'm gonna get back Tar Snare, because that lets me activate Seer's Lantern. I need a good draw.
Muchos rubios.
Opponent can have a Cliffside Lookout.
Full heart.
We're going to kill the flyer. Actually, the Nettle Drone actually potentially kill me, right? The flyer can only do 1 as it stands. They need another spell to kill me with the Aeronaut. Whereas they just need a colorless spell, which they at least have 2 others of in the deck. Considering the waste, 3, 4 others. Yeah, the Tar Snare is the correct play. I'll feign holding up Grasp of Darkness with my 0-card hand. Alright. 1 is not 0. See if opponent can kill me this turn. If they can't, I'm in very good shape. With all these creatures to his 1. Opponent does have 4 cards in hand, though. That's worth noting. No attacks. That's a good place to be. Let's see what opponent... Nothing. I will scry 1.
Across the water.
Top card of my library is... Havoc Sower.
Yes, that's
Alright,
a
so I could cop that. What else do I have? So I have 5, 8, 9 lands in play, which means I have
This way to
8 more in my deck. Means there are 10 spells. I think Havoc Sower is good enough. Leave it on top. Alright, I will draw a card. I will move 2 attacks. Opponent will be forced to block all of these. Or they're forced to block the Deathless Behemoth as it stands. Ah, sure. Eat a 2/5. Searing Light, good to know he has it.
You're not gonna catch me,
Forced to chomp.
he said, knowing full well that he probably
See. Yep, opponent goes to 3. I think in case remove a spell haste creature, I will hedge my bets and play Havoc Seller. Though it does show opponent something else, I think I don't want to deal with it. Deal with some sort of combo kill out of nowhere. Something like creature followed by Reckless Bushwhacker could get me that way then,
Mr. Mysterious Wall.
which is my concern. Alright, top card of my library, which I'll bottom. I will draw a card. Prophet of Distortion. Good in this board state. However, it's a spell, so they're all good in this board state. I will attack with... There's no fog in this format. Yeah, no. So I will attack... Oh, there's Encircling Fissure, but opponent probably doesn't have that. Looks like they've F6'd. Alright, that was game 1. Oh, wow.
Let's go, Goron. Let's go.
Ouch. Poor opponent, mana flood, 15 cards left. Of course, that's partially why I was so unlucky with my
The mayor will appreciate knowing.
Oblivion Sower. I'm going to play Sweep Away with Void Shatter again. It seemed like a good play last round. This deck is also aggressive, plus it can remove his massive creature, his Deceiver forms, at least once. Though it should be worth noting, I should not time Ebbet while it's on the abilities on the stack. Even though I can't because it's not attacking, but that would be bad. I saw most of the opponent's deck, so I need to be aware of Immolating Glare, a Searing Light, 2 Reality Hemorrhage. Opponent is on the play likely. Can I keep this? I think this is a okay hand. Only because of the archive, but I think I'm gonna go to 6. This is a better hand. I'll keep this. Bottom that. I need black sources. I'll pass the turn to him. Island. So a little color screwed as it stands. Fortunately for me, I will be able to turn 3 draw a card off the Hatred Crawler. After potentially dealing a measly, not dealing a measly 1 damage, but still get to draw a card. Oof, that's not what I want right now. But yes, let's play my Hatred Crawler. I'm gonna pass. See what opponent does. They had 2 Reality Hemorrhage, just entirely within their own possibility. Nope, but Candy Patrol. Oof, that's not nice. Opponent gets to hit me for 2 and gain 2 life, giving his creature pseudo lifelink. Not what I want to deal with. Man. So I want to draw Swamp here. That is not Swamp. I could play this Benthic Infiltrator as blocker. However, I think I think I can take 4 as it stands. And I mean, this can be a long game anyway. I think I can take 4, and I'm going to just draw a card. I need to get out of this mana issue of mine. Team gets Vigilance, beats in. So I'm gonna draw a card, see what I get. Hopefully it's a land. If it is, I'm going to play the Benthic Illustrator. Alright, not what I want to see. Swamp is what I want to see. That's good. Alright, so I'm going to play Swamp, Benthic Infiltrator. It doesn't necessarily stem the aggression, but it makes it so I'm not... That's fine, as long as I cast or play my land, cast my infiltrator. Make my opponent consider my sick 1/2/01 aggro. Alright, so we'll play this Feign Negate.
Still are doing anything Pokemon related this Saturday? As far as I know, no. But maybe Heather has something planned.
Opponent is gaining a lot of life. That is something to note. I'm kind of going to need a swamp and to let Kalidas run rampant. Is probably the plan. If I can let Kalidas go crazy. Alright, that's not good for me. However, opponent can attack with most of his creatures. I can pad my life total. He chooses not to attack. This is good. This means, okay, even though I got double swamp, Deathless Behemoth is stronger on this board. Especially since I get to next turn Kalidas and hold up Sweep Away. This lets me get in aggressively with the Deathless Behemoth. If opponent doesn't want to take 6, which they may very well just to go to starting life total, I get to sweep away a creature. Which means I likely get a kill, I get a zombie, I can start embiggening my Kalidas. Opponent's removal minus Immolating Glare is
If there's something special going on, then probably Heather would be.
damage based or power based. So if I can make Kalidas big, I can run away with the game. So that's my plan. I hope opponent taps out or taps a lot of mana. That's kind of what I need right now.
Yay! Person. This is just like real life. I got.
They're considering something.
Whoa! I was very, very well known by the local library near my place.
Opponent's tapping basically out. Okay, this is good. So let's see what enters the revealed card zone.
Saunders, the special Saunders branch of the library, dedicated to me and my brother for all the wine.
Puts a card on bottom, on bottom, on bottom, and on bottom. So they found nothing, or they didn't want any of those allies. Alright, I drew a Cultivator Drone. Not what I really want to see right now. However, I get to
We could find
do what I
we
want,
should build a new way to get to the Elder now that we like choose some really
which
fun
is
books.
try and start aggressively altering the opponent's life total.
A history of
I am not in the driver's seat right now, but if I can start, opponent may try some sort of gang block.
explode.
You know, if he does, say, Munda Ghostly Sentinel, as it would stand, it's actually a 1-for-1 trade with the Deathless Behemoth. I would have to pick one, then I can bounce. Looks like the old triple block.
Want to visit the Temple of the Droplets? Well, you're the first such great person in a long while. Stand on the cover in front of
Okay. So I'm going to do damage onto War Cleric Munda.
Open secret mystery panel. Whoops.
Then I'm going to sweep away this Alpha Protector.
Whoa.
Alright, so the only way I get blown out here really badly is if they have an outnumber. Waiting. Which I probably would have cast, yep. So I get to eat both their creatures, I get a pair of zombies. And it's time for Kalidas to start taking over the board here.
If Elzo whacked his
So opponent has an Alpha Protector and 3 unknowns in hand as it stands.
We have a short trial here.
5 mana. Oof. That's not good. I'm not dead, and it's not terrible for me. Let's see what they attack with. I don't mind throwing Prophet Infiltrator under the bus, though. Much as I like rampant card advantage. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to trade a pair of zombies for a zombie. That's fine. And I'm just going to throw a Benthic Infiltrator in front of my Deathless Behemoth. I'll take 4. That's okay. Much as I like it as a blocker, I've eaten the creature. I get to make a massive Kalitas, and I get to get aggressive. So I'm going to start by playing a land, activating Kalitas, sacrificing this zombie. I have 5/6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I only have 2 mana available then. I think for now I'll attack him for 11. Depending on what opponent does, I may attack for. I may turn the zombie into a. No, I think 5 life is probably enough. And I'll play Cultivator Drone instead. Gives me more mana to work with. Get my Prophet running simultaneous. Alright, so I want to hope against a Sheer Drop. Opponent's tapping Apha Protector. Alright, opponent's tapped out of white as it stands, which makes me feel a lot better about my situation in general. Attacking me for 4, it's a free roll, makes sense. Alright, so good draws here are, the big one for me as it stands is Grasp of Darkness. Paying something, Reality Hemorrhage, so killing my Prophet of Distortion. They've had enough of that. Alright, that's fine. I'll simply have to content myself with my 2 massive creatures. Let's see what they do about that. Hit my opponent for 7. I go to 15. Kalitas now does more damage than he receives. I'll play this and I'll pass. Alright, so if opponent keeps tapping out of white, I'm in a good place. I'm really in fear of Immolating Glare. Immolating Glare is still up as it stands. Opponent will attack me. Understandable. I'd like to draw something to kill that. Alright, so opponent has 1 card in hand. I think I'm going to say they don't have the Glare. My game plan relies on Kalitas. The clock in the air is too fast if I'm not gaining life. Glare will kill me though, pretty much guaranteed. I would need to draw Oblivion Strike for the Ghostly Sentinel. Or a Grasp of Darkness. They're blocking. I will activate. And I will make Kalitas huge. Alright, I'm at full 20. Alright, it's looking good for me. I think I've probably won this game. I will not eat any more creatures to Kalitas though. Kalitas is big enough to tumble with pretty much everything at this point. I'm better off actually just leaving the zombie out to do damage to the opponent as well. Draw a card. Essence Depleter. I can probably burn. If my opponent survives this attack miraculously, somehow, Circling Fissure or something, I will be able to start burning them out with Essence Depleter. To it 2 damage this turn, 2 damage next turn. Immolating Glare. So we did have it. Must have just drawn it. Opponent's taking 4 as it stands. And that's game. Alright, that's round 2.